And welcome to Bushnell-Prairie City High School, week number 3 football here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We're just about set for football here on a gorgeous Friday night. Chris Rankhauser and Kenny Suter here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School tonight.
Finally set up. Just took a couple of times. New computer working out the kinks, and didn't have a scoreboard that worked. Had to create a brand new one there, so apologies if it looks a little weird. It didn't get a full background setup as we get set to kick off.
And Perelko with a nice kick down to about the 10-yard line, fielded by number 23, Gustafson.
Gets to about the 28, 29-yard line on the pickup.
Beekman, number 3 on the stop for BPC. Of course, this is the second time in 3 weeks that you've seen this Galva Wildcat ball club, as you saw them with the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones in week 1.
Yep, Galva looking for probably a better result than that one, as it was 50-0 at halftime. Ended up being 56-6 at the end of it against this Bushnell West Prairie team that both had just lost to West Prairie, as they fell in the Iron Spike Bowl last week here at Bushnell. So 2 home games in a row for BPC after the long haul up to St. Anne's. 1st and 10. Looks like a 4-man front for BPC. It's a little bit different defense, as they normally have about 5. And then they're going to motion back out to a 4-man front. That's what this Galva team, it's a lot of motions, changing around, trying new formations. See a lot of men standing up in motion. Caused a few issues with, as that's going to be down, caused a few issues with false starts in the first game. So we'll see if it changes into the third game. It's already week 3.
Yeah, I know. We're a third of the way through the season already. And that pass by Millie incomplete. So 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 28. Just underway, 11:50 to play here in the opening quarter.
Galva taking their time to get the play in. Did have 2 delay of game penalties the first week we played, so we'll see if they kind of trimmed that up a little bit. Set into shotgun formation. And look to see that slot man in motion. And there it is. That's Gustafson going right side and fooled out pretty much everybody, but gets tackled down, probably a gain of 2 or 3.
Beekman again on the stop, number 3 for BPC.
It should be 3rd down.
Call it a gain of 4, so 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats at their own 33-yard line.
Every now and then I still get juked out by the lineman who switches the number before he moves it. That's just one of the things that's always annoyed me. Third and 5, back into shotgun formation. Once again on the run, and it is a missed ball. He's just going to lay on it, and he still can't get a hold of it, and it is picked up by Pierce. So a fumble pickup, and they are inside the red zone to start this one off. Ethan Pierce recovers the fumble, as QB just couldn't get a hold of the snap and then fumbled it around trying to fall down on it.
Yeah, no doubt. We had some questions on who had fumbles last week. We did no doubt on that one.
No doubt about that one.
That was Ethan Pierce all the way on that one for BPC, and they, as you said, in the red zone at the 18 of the Wildcats, 1st and 10 for BPC.
Under center, Town Love once again, the backup quarterback. As Dalton Huffman is hurt, they turn it to Lane, and Lane doesn't get to the line of scrimmage, loses about 2 as they go down to the 20-yard line.
Cyrus Hurd, 12 on the stop for the Wildcats.
So 3rd and 11. BPC will set up once again and underneath. 2 men left. So they look to hand it off to Lane. Lane gets a few blocks. He's going to push through and steps out of bounds. We'll see about where.
Looks like inside the 10, just short of the 5 maybe.
I'm going to say about the 7-yard line.
It's called a gain of 13.
Just shy of the 5. Called the 7-yard line.
With 10:15 remaining.
For first down. It'll be first and goal from the 7 for BPC.
That will be a first down. First and goal. And it's worked so far. They probably just hand it off to Huffman and just keep on moving.
That's you would expect, wouldn't you? It's like Beekman and Perelko to the near side for the Spartans.
Love steps back, and it's going to be a keeper looking to pass, and he does. Flips
Beekman.
around in for the touchdown.
Pass complete to number 3, Brock Beekman. Touchdown!
And I did forget there that Talon Love is left-handed, so when he rolled left, I went, oh, they're just going to run it in. So 6-0 to start this one out as Spartans get on the board first. Let's see if they can get 2 in. Ball out, set up. I don't know if it's just feel, but it seems like both teams really taking their time to get plays in. A little bit different than the fast tempo offense of West Prairie last week. Shotgun formation. One man tight this time. This time they hand it off to Lane. Lane gets a good block and in for 2. So 8-0 will be your score as the Spartans get on the board after the fumble recovery. We'll take a quick break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Eight nothing in favor of BPC. 10-11 to play here in the opening quarter, and we're brought to you by here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Our pre- and post-game show sponsor, JoJo's Gaming Parlor. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events Live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory.
Set to kick off. Perelko booms that one again as he's going to go all the way down to the 5-yard line to pick it up. So you've got defenders everywhere. Slows down, and it is fumbled. Falls down on it.
BPC, number
ball.
2. Jake Willie on the football for BPC. Inside the 10-yard line. Mark it at the 7. First and goal for BPC. 2 minutes into the ball game, a touchdown on the board and in the red zone again.
Set up now. Really shows that if you're able to get some good moves defensively and special teams, don't have to really worry about your quarterback being gone this game.
No.
Set up first and goal from the 8. 10 minutes remaining, smack dab. Beekman in motion, hands it off to Lane. Lane has a highway except for one player. Able to get in there is number 42 for the tackle.
Cole Balch on the stop. Gain of 3 for Huffman.
Galva looking defensively like they have some decent linebacker skills so far as they're able to track the board. But a little bit more push from the defensive line would probably do a lot for this Wildcat team. And a ball on the ground. Lane will pick it up, and he's going to make something out of nothing as he hits in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Lane Huffman.
So 14-0 as Lane gets in for the touchdown on the broken play.
That's from the 5. We'll call it a 5-yard run.
$14-0 as Love comes in with the play for the 2-point conversion. Enough the things kind of keep this way. It's going to be a long one here. Already 14-0 with 9:15 remaining in the first quarter. Love with it. This one's going to be a keeper. Lane has a good block, and he is in on the corner.
Love with a 2-point conversion.
So 16-0 your score now.
In the first quarter, it is your BPC Spartans
We're brought
16.
to you by the Raritan State Bank, Bushnell branch located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell. They offer full-service banking and loan services for all your banking needs. Come visit the bank at friendly service or give them a call at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is equal housing lender and member FDIC. Also, King Family Chiropractic. With locations in Bushnell, Macomb, they support the Bushnell-Prairie City athletic programs. They offer office hours in Macomb on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. They set an appointment call 309-837-MY-DC. That's 6932. They also perform DOT and CDL physicals for just $85.
Osmond Perelku set to kick for BPC.
So down there, Lane getting stretched out.
For Galva.
Looks like he'll be fine.
Gustafson back again for the Wildcats.
This is a little bit higher as he hits down towards the 20. And they let it drop it between the two of them, trying to figure out who's going to pick it up. And gets down, almost tackled by his arm.
That was number 6, Parker Guppy, on the stop. He grabbed hold of Gustafson on the arm and held on till dear life and actually got him down a little bit with a little help from his teammates.
The only time that defense coach would like an arm tackle.
Yeah. So let's see what the Wildcats do on their third possession here.
Second possession.
Second, that is right. They never did get possession on the last one, did they?
We'll see if they are able to get past for a first down. 16-0, 9:10 remaining. This is what I was talking about, a little bit of motion. They're going inside underneath this time, trying to prevent any more snap powers. But, I mean, that's just going to be knocked down. Maybe one on the yard for the fullback power.
Braxton Holstrom.
Braxton Holstrom on the carry for the Wildcats. Gain of
No gain on the play for
I'll call it
Holstrom.
no gain on the play.
2nd and 10 for Galva.
They'll move it. They'll give him one. 8:46 remaining. 2nd and 9 2/4. I mean, it's far away to do some fractions from here.
Yeah.
As they move in around. Have to make sure they don't get into formation before they do that whole move. Looking on the blitz, and they do on the sweep, and gets picked up but can't get tackled. Right there to clean it up is the rest of the team.
That was Kramer, I think, that was shooting up through the middle. Looks like, take your pick. There are about 4 or 5 blue jerseys there on the stop. That's going to be a loss. We'll call it a loss of 3 for Gustafson on the play.
Let's see, you might maybe keep it under center, but keep a few people out into formation to spread that team up, because a little of that trickery does really great with a team that's spread out trying to read the play. But if you've got 6 guys running at you, sitting around going, oh, is it here, is it here, it isn't doing much. Underneath, looks around. Gustafson in sweep, and they look to pass, and it's a fumble. Oh, they say incomplete.
Pass was intended for number 6, Logan Herr. That's going to force a 4th and 12 for the Wildcats with 7:24 to play in the opening quarter.
That play was bowl and shoe ugly, I tell you. You know, if you're trying to get a nice screen pass so you can get a few blockers inside, you got to get those blockers out of the way. You've got to get towards the sideline, especially.
And it was all just a mess, mumble, jumble. Nice punt.
Woo, great. And it's
back
muffed
Beekman.
out of bounds.
Let's see who that was. I think Gustafson was the kicker on that, was he not?
It's great. Great punt. Great spiral. All the way down. Just couldn't get a hold of it.
So
I believe that was Beekman
yeah,
on
it was
the
Beekman
return.
on the return. So that'll set it up 1st and 10 for BPC from their own 43-yard line.
September 15th, as the Spartans take on Metro East Lutheran. Next Friday night, homecoming, right here at BPC.
Next week, homecoming?
Yes.
3 home games in a row. Wow.
Edwardsville, Metro East Lutheran.
Yep, Metro East Lutheran. Played there last year. No, excuse me, 2 years ago. We did announcing there for the Cyclones from West Prairie Southeastern. As you're not going to get much of anything. Maybe a loss of 1 if moved at all. Lane just trying to find anything laterally.
Lane's coming out a little gimpy.
Looking like
cramp.
Yep. You're going to always kind of see him run back, gets that cramp. And he's just trying to walk it off. He's not even going to go try to stretch out. So, Love underneath center, now 2-man wide. I believe that's William Beekman. Brock will go in motion, and they'll look to pass, and he probably could have called a hold on there, and he's got nothing going, so he's just trying to get up to the line. Oh, the defender just knocked his own defender out. So 23 ran straight into 12.
Going to make up the lost yardage on the play and get it out. We'll call it a gain of 5 on the play.
35 yards to go.
On that rollout, you know, just didn't get enough pressure to start. You know, you get 3 to 4 seconds of good lock-in. You can pretty much get much of anything. But you need at least 1 to at least set up, especially on a fake roll. Same formation, flip, 3rd and 5. It'll be handoff to Guppy, and Guppy loses some yards. So stopped on 3rd, so 4th down upcoming for the Spartans.
Parker Guppy.
Say no gain on the play.
Loss of 1 for Parker Guppy.
Well, Arnie thinks it's a loss of 1.
Down for BPC.
5:37 remaining, 16-0 your score.
Looks like BPC's going to go for it.
Looks like. Set to go for it, 4th and 6. We got a power left look. Love and shotgun. And it's going to be a keeper down the sideline, and he gets it. He gets the first down by about 1 or 2 yards. They're going to stop it right at the 45, make it easy for us. So first down for the Spartans.
That's the first down by either team here in the opening quarter.
Yeah.
A nice and good run there from Talon. I thought, you know, wasn't trying to take it to the house. Just he had the space, took the angle, got past the chains, and stepped out of bounds.
You know where you got to be. I mean, you're down 1 quarterback already. You definitely don't want to go and try to be a hero. 16-0 already. As we're announcing, we could hear Coach Borders down there already through our headsets. So it was going to be a shovel pass up side. Beekman has had 2 men to beat, gets past 1. Gustafson there to get him, and he can't. Brock Beekman on the shovel pass touchdown. It's like Gustafson coming up a little bit slow on that one. So we'll look for the 2-point conversion here for BPC. Well, that was the first down, and then another straight touchdown.
Right. So 22-0 in favor of BPC already here in the opening quarter. It's like a single back set with 2 receivers far side.
Formation doing pretty well for them so far, as they have that mobility to send Beekman into motion if they want, as they do. It's going to be a straight power for Lane, and Lane goes opposite side of the blockers and gets in. So after the 2-point conversion, 24-0 your score. We'll take a break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Welcome back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 24-0 in favor of BPC. As Gustafson back deep again at about his own 10. Prelku with the ball teed up and ready to kick it away again. And a nice deep kick right to Gustafson at about the 7. Across the 15, 20, 25, just short of the 25-yard line.
He gets down. Willie picks up the tackle. Parker Guppy down there.
Willie, and also saw Landon Chambers, 26, I think, in on that stop as well for BPC.
So third offensive possession for Galva. We'll see how they're able to deal with this. 24-0 with 4:49 remaining. Looks like they'll stay with the under the center look. This time they're going to go into that shotgun, 4-man wide, straight pass block. And it's going to be a keeper as they got a man holding downfield. And tackled by Brock Beekman. Beekman with the tackle. A nice pickup. Definitely was held.
Yeah,
you can't say much of anything against that.
Gain of 7.
I mean, I know it's a wide receiver, probably the first time he's ran blocked today, but wow.
Yeah,
Second and 3.
You can't really do that. I mean, I guess as long as you can get away
Oh,
with
you
it.
can do with it.
Yeah.
As long as you didn't get caught, nothing's legal. You could be the right tackle for the Chiefs last night. You can do everything until the entire end of the game, not get caught.
Pretty much.
Second and 3. Back into that formation, 4-man wide. Again with the 2-point stances. So look to step back. Once again, quick pass and almost picked off. Just a little bit too low to get his hands on it. So that stops the clock. 3rd and 3.
Willie, the
intended receiver.
Yeah, you could almost say that because that was closer to him than anybody for the Wildcats. So that'll stop the clock at 4:39 to play. 3rd down and 3 for the Wildcats at their own 32-yard line.
Third and short. A little bit confused now. We're going to go trips right. So we'll see maybe a screen pass out there as they're back into those 2-point stances. And yes, they are. There's a screen pass, and there is the first down for the Wildcats.
Pass complete to number 6, Logan Herr.
4:30 remaining as they move the chains. 1st and 10 for Galva.
Logan Herr on the reception. That'll start the clock back up now that the chains are set. 4:27 to play.
Oh, hello. Looks like there's a cutting board down here. Because why not just keep a giant piece of plywood? It might have been that old shelf that is just kind of broken off. 1st and 10, man in motion. It's Gustafson. He looks to pass, and he gets the ball off and just thrown a little bit behind. Looks like he's trying to attend for 11 on a post route, but 2 wide receivers just kind of met in the middle instead of switching underneath.
That'll stop it with 4:05 to play here in the first quarter. 2nd attempt for the Wildcats from their own 36-yard line.
Second and 10 after the incomplete pass. starting out. Looks like it's a bit of a wide look. Once again, they go into the Y. And pass block once again, looking to pass, and they got a wide open hole to run through. Gets down to the sideline and a flag, most likely a hold.
I think that maybe on the
40-yard line.
Yep, already signaled by the referee.
Holding is the call, so move it back 10 and try it again. 2nd down and 20. Very well, we'll see from the spot of foul. And they'll do it right for the line of scrimmage. So, 2nd and 10. Excuse me, 2nd and 20.
Good call, though.
Hey, you know, I know when I say stuff wrong. It happens all the time, but at least I'm aware.
No, that was a good call. Said probably it was going to be 2nd and 20, and they did throw it at the line of scrimmage. So, as you said, 2nd and 20.
Kind of what happens when you pass block.
Yeah.
You stay right there.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing a little bit better, going straight into that pass block look, even if it's going to be a draw play, just to get these defenders to dig in a little bit more and just open that wide area out. Good call by Galva. 24-0 here. Swims past one, long ball, and that'll be an offensive pass interference on Gustafson.
Number 23, Alex Gustafson, is incomplete. There is a penalty marker on the near
Excuse me,
side.
Gustafson.
Going to be a offensive holding.
Defensive
They called
holding.
defensive holding.
Okay.
Okay.
Say it was cornerback. Well, it probably could have been either, as I just saw the corner of my eye, the pushback. Talking to him down there, so it probably had a hold of his jersey while running next to each other, and when he pushed back, he was able to stay held on. That's what'll get you.
So that'll move it back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. 3:36 and counting to play.
Well, and right back to where we were, 2nd and 10. Four-man wide. Looking to pass, and man, he's got pressure. He's got pressure, and he's got a hold of his helmet. Now, that one is new. I've never seen really a hold from the back of your helmet on the pass rush.
Gain of a yard.
Got maybe one on the rush, so 3rd and 9.
Yeah, we'll give Kramer the credit for the tackle.
Yeah. The center just had it. Of course, at the same time, if you're going for a pass rush, you don't want to get out of your stance, keep your head straight down, and just move. You know, you're not playing against a sled. You've got to be able to put your head up, swim, rip, get around. Eyes are your best weapon on the defense. 3rd and 9. 2:30 remaining. This time we're going to have a running back next to him. Twins right. Gustafson's going to get the carry, go straight up.
The helmet comes off. That was Gustin. That was Kramer on the hit.
You better stand up. They have two men down right next to each other. So we'll take a quick break because we have 2 down. We'll catch you after this.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential. with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 2:14 to go here in the opening quarter, 24-0 lead in favor of BPC. Can tell you that both of the Galva players injured on the previous play off the field on their own power. So that is good news. We're brought to you by here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, by Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as their home and agricultural lending and its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. Farmers Merchants is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. That'll be fourth down and 9. It's like Lane Huffman back deep. Nice high kick. Huffman's going to pick it up on the run, fumble it, but gets back on the football at about the BPC 47.
At the 47-yard line, 1st and 10 to the Spartans.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for BPC at their own 47-yard line, 1:54 to play here in the first quarter. (24-0) again in favor of BPC.
First and 10. Spartans going to set back up in shotgun formation. Two-man wide. Hands it off to Lane, left side. As gets through one, gets through two, and tackled down from behind. That's about the third time they've done that. They set up that power O offset and ran counter the other way.
A.J. Traff, 26 on the stop for the Wildcats.
So, 2nd and 6. Still 1:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Same formation. Spartans get set. Beekman on the trap and gets maybe one. Lane on the rush.
So Beekman as we're down under 55 seconds to play. Clock counting 51 and rolling 24-0 lead in favor of the BPC Spartans. Love handoff to Beekman, and Beekman's got some room. He's across the 30. Knocked out of bounds inside the 30 at about the 26-yard line with 26.6 seconds to play.
Fight him off there with the stiff arm. Gonna get set up. 26 seconds remaining. Excuse me. Still messing around with the computer settings here until I get them to my liking. Apologies.
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the Wildcat 27. 26.6 to play. First quarter. Let's see if the Spartans can maybe put a few more points on the scoreboard here in the last 26 seconds.
Hands the ball off. He's going to go 5 yards underneath.
Guppy out of bounds. Gain of about 5 or 6.
Out of bounds by number 11, Caden Rachel.
And even though every time I see one of the sweeps, a lot of times they are effective. It always just kind of hurts seeing somebody going 5 to 6 or 7 yards deep just to get around. Oof.
Run a lot of yards for not cover a lot of ground for not necessarily a lot of yardage a lot of time.
But as long as you're able to fake him out a little bit and think you're not going straight there, his lane's getting stretched out on the 50-yard line. 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Love. Hands that one off wide open.
Parelku, touchdown.
That was Love's pass. Complete to Osmond Parelku for the touchdown. Touchdown, Spartans.
30-0 your score here before the first quarter. I'm going to have to check this one out. It just looks like Galva running zone and cover 2, and nobody picked up the second cover. Parelku able to roll pass right. 30-0 your score. Looking to make it 32-0. 11.7 seconds remaining. One man tight. Straight set. Just hand it off, and they send the blitz and get him this time. So 30-0. That'll be your score here near the end of the first. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Back at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 11.7 seconds to play in the opening quarter. 30-0 in favor of BPC as the man that caught the touchdown with the ball on the tee for the Spartans, Osmond Parelku. And it looks like number 25, Josh Gravitt, back deep for the Wildcats.
Set to kick as that one gets all the way down. And he muffs it. Picks it up about the 3-yard line. Has nobody help.
Slips down inside the 10 at about the 8. Parelku, the kicker, down there to make the stop.
Like a heat-seeking missile. He get it and go straight. 5 seconds remaining, so this will be the last play of the first quarter. I'd like to shout out Wade Bowman for watching as he drops into our chat. Good luck. Spartans do have our chat open like always. If you want to drop in who you're rooting for today, 30-0. Hope you're a Spartan fan. Set for the second quarter after this play. As they come out of the formation, Wildcats get set up back into that shotgun look. We'll see if they keep shotgun or they. Now they're into three-point stances, so they're going to get ready to run. Sends 7 in motion, hands it off, and is met with the line of the Spartans. And that'll take us to the second quarter. 30-0 your score as we get set for quarter number 2. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Skip adding detergent to every load with the Load and Go dispenser. Choose from models that hold enough for 20 to 40 loads. With select models even adding a second compartment for fabric softener. So clothes get the care they need, and you can skip adding detergent every time. The Load and Go dispenser, now available in 3 sizes. Brought to you by Whirlpool.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, as we're just about ready to get set with the start of the second quarter. As I think apparently BPC has busted the scoreboard here tonight with the 30 points here in the first quarter. And we can tell you about some of those great sponsors of BPC Sports, including Rosie's Pizza. They offer something for everyone. Pasta sandwiches, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. Also brought to you by Farmers and M&B Furniture Company, Bushnell's only furniture store. They are a mainstay of the community and offer free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks 481 West Main Street in Bushnell, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mnbfurniturinc.com. You can also give them a call at 309-772-2111. As getting some power back to the scoreboard, as it will be, and we have power back. 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 9. And back in the backfield, it looks like Kramer and Pierce. As I'm not sure, I think the quarterback, Millie, on the carry. And he's going to lose a couple of yards on the play and set up a 3rd and about 13 for the Wildcats back at their own 5-yard line.
Just trying to get anything going offensively. Had that first down, not much
No.
since.
I was joking that you were out.
You joking? Wow, that's pretty funny, I bet.
But that we broke the scoreboard with the 30 points there in that opening quarter.
Get set. Looking, they're going to try. They will go underneath the center. Didn't work for him last time they did it. Nate looking to blitz. As they cut block, and he still gets it picked off.
Nope. Point. I thought Willie got his arms under it, too.
I think Willie knew that he got that, too. But, man, with that cut block, definitely great designed play by the Wildcats. Just couldn't execute.
So 4th and 15 for the Wildcats with 10:50 to play here. First half, 30-0 in favor of BPC.
We also have Tamia Klausner cheering on the Wildcats. Looking to get something going here. 4th and long again. As their BPC set up for the punt.
Beekman back at the Galva 40.
Now, Gustafson, the punter, is out. So they will go for it here. So they don't probably don't have a backup kicker, especially with as low
And
numbers
now
as
Galva's
both
going to
teams
take a
do.
timeout. They did have somebody back there punting that last kick. It was after Gustafson got hurt, but the Wildcats going to take a timeout. Is there confusion galore for the Wildcats? So with 10:50 to play here in the first half, 30-0 BPC. We'll step aside and be back with you in just a moment.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 4th and 15 for the Wildcats. Back at about their own 5.
Gonna go for it. As Willie has to make the trek back up. Beekman. 3s and 2s still from this far away. Gets me a little bit. Looking to hand off passes, and he runs right into his lineman. So a turnover on downs, and once again, a 1st and goal to start out a drive for BPC.
So 1st and goal for BPC. And I'm like you. They had somebody punt, so I don't know why. He didn't do a bad punt the last time around.
Yeah, they do have. You could drop kick it.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if maybe they were going to do that. Just go back there and just do a little drop kick, but Wildcats go for it. So BPC takes over on downs, 1st and 10 from their 1st and goal from the Wildcat 5.
And even then, if you're 4th and long, just to get a little bit of yardage, you think maybe a sweep just to try and think of something to get ahead instead of trying pass. Pass hasn't worked so far this game. I don't think they've completed one.
I think they did get one, I think, early in the halfway through the first quarter.
That screen, yes. Yeah. Hands off the ball, and he gets completely swallowed up, but it might be a ball on the ground. Everybody kind of dove down.
Huffman on the carry.
Looks like it'll be fine. So a gain of 1 or 2, still 2nd and goal. .25 remaining here in the second quarter. Always have to double check to make sure I put the scoreboard at second quarter. I don't know why, but I always mess that up.
Remember doing baseball games. I was about an inning or 2 behind all the time a couple of years ago with the baseball games. It's like, oh, it's the 5th inning. Oh, I got the scoreboard in the 3rd still.
Oh, well. Underneath center, 2nd and goal. And it hands it off to Lane. Lane gets past 1. Nice block and in for the touchdown.
Huffman in for the score for BPC.
Lane gets in 36-0 as they try to make it 38.
9:55 to play in the first half.
Oh, looks like they're going to go for the kick as they're getting the tee set up. And they are going to go for the field goal.
With Perelko with the extra point.
Perelko. So we'll see as they get set up for the field goal.
Looks like
tell you the last time Bushnell set up
for
a field.
Beekman the holder?
Do believe so.
Last year.
Last year.
Well, for extra points, yeah, with
as that one is up and in. So 37-0. That's not a extra points. That's a timeout. I can't hit the right button. So 30s, and our scoreboard's disappeared. Apologize, but we'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, 37-0 in favor of BPC. Osmond Parunko with a nice boot on the extra point, blasted right through to make it 37-0, 9:55 to play here in the opening half. We're brought to you by Heil Enterprises there and Heil Trucking. They can take your product down the road, near or far. They also offer top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. They are a second-generation business, continues to grow and continues to support BPC athletics. Stop and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City. Give them a call at 309-775-3333.
Big kick once again.
Up to 10.
And he's got a nice pickup and down by Willie.
Yep. Willie down there on the stop.
Is returned by Ian Pacheco.
Just driven back down once again, starting in very bad field position. They're just not getting any luck with their recoveries.
And they're going to be set up 1st and 10. It looks like at about their own 23.
First and 10, Galva.
At the 23.
Looking to maybe change things up. It wasn't too much success, but they're still having better success with that drop back to point stance, always pass blocking. You think they'd go right back to it, and they do. Guess I can see the future. 1st and 10. Look to pass block. And he's going to try to run for it and stops and gets sacked behind the line.
Loss of back inside the 20, it looks like. We'll call it a loss of about 5 on the play.
Loss of 4 for Millie.
Arnie going to give him a loss of 4.
2nd and 14.
Arnie's always been good for numbers. I always just let him handle where things are. Anybody that can teach. We got the math teacher and the person that teaches chemistry, and both of them are going, nah, I'm just guessing. You know,
it's just a crap
it's not like
it's a crapshoot.
It's not like they're the ones that handle numbers 24/7. 2nd and long. Looks to hand the ball off. And they do barely, as already the defense was blowing it up before he got the handoff
Number
on.
11, Caden Rachel.
Lane comes back into the game. 3rd and long.
Got maybe a couple of those lost yardage back.
No gain for Rachel.
3rd and 14 at their own 20 for the Wildcats. 8:15 to play here in the first half. 37-0 advantage for BPC.
As they come out of the huddle, most likely see another pass play. Like, Bushnell's defensive line is doing a great game so far of shutting down anything inside.
Yeah.
You're getting some movement outside with the zone as they go into a new formation here. Now, maybe have one of those players in motion. They flip it around, looks for screens, and picked off. Oh, he's not going to say it. He is not going to say it.
Oh, the official. I thought that came out.
Oh, the officials is going to say it's intercepted. It looked like he had it on the sides, but when he landed on the ground, I thought they were going to say that he didn't survive the ground.
And that call was made by the official on the far side. I thought the back judge here.
The back judge probably should have had a better view of it.
He would have saw it and said that the ball looked like it hit the ground, but he made no signal. And
there's a ref over here who wasn't even in the calls.
BPC will take over 1st and 10 from their own, from the Galva 39-yard line, they'll call it.
Coach down there looking at the defensive line saying, hey, you made that happen. As once again, this pressure, really great for Galva trying to speed them up, but when they're that fast, they just can't get anything going accuracy-wise. And Love looking to pass of his own. He's got no help as he drops the ball.
Tender receiver 42, Tanner Pierce.
And that was just a quick play. Love had to really make a decision. His defenders came in with that blitz, and they busted right through. So 2nd and 10 after the dropped pass. Well, looks like we got a cameraman down there. Might be KHQA or WGEM, maybe. Looks like KHQA with the blue polo and uniform. Look at him hand the ball off, and they do wide open, and that's a touchdown by Lane Huffman. As long as he doesn't trip, and he doesn't. Once they get past that second level, he's gone. He's completely gone.
You mentioned the cameraman Lane running right into the camera down there.
And he's already leaving going, hey, I've got my shot. I'm going home. I've been there. 43-0, 7:22 remaining here in this third quarter. And, man, that is what's great about TSSR Game Time Live. I don't have to do that for another HQA or anything like that. Go to about 2 or 3 games, get at least 2 or 3 clips, and then send it all together and email it before 11 o'clock.
Right. So the Huffman second touchdown of the night. Prelko in to attempt the extra point. Again, Beekman out the holder. This kick is up.
It's good. 44. Your score to nothing here with 7:22 remaining in this second quarter.
We are brought to you by our primary sponsor. That's McDonough District Hospital. Their athletic trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Centers with locations at Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Spartan student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than a hospital care, a hospital caring. Also brought to you by Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. 44-0 in favor of the Spartans.
Rocco ready to get.
7:22 to play. High kick by Perelko, fielded on a bounce at about the 15.
Oh, nice stick, and he fumbles.
And the ball.
And he didn't realize he forced the fumble. He's forced the fumble. Didn't realize where it popped out, so he's sitting there, and it rolls out behind. Galva's able to pick it back up and get a little bit more yardage.
I think the returner was Pacheco.
Pacheco. Yep, and they lost it and rolled all the way back about 10 yards behind, able to get it up to about the 24, 25-yard line. 7:08, Galva with another chance offensively.
See if we can get any other scores from around the area. Macomb 14, Illini West 6, that opening quarter score. Galva has it 1st and 10 from their own 25. In motion, that is number 34, Holstrom.
Looks like at.
And Tanner Pierce on the stop. And off to number 6, Logan Herr, and that's going to be a loss of about 5.
At halftime, the I can't even say it right. Elmwood Brimfield Trojans leading the West Hancock Titans 16-0. In the second quarter, the Bombers leading the Chargers 30-12. That is the Illini West Chargers. In other games for 8-man, the Milledgeville Missiles leading the I can't remember what the Polo Marcos 30-8. I've announced a few of their games. You'd think I remember that.
Yeah, same here.
Second and long. It's going to be a keeper and runs right into a blitzing defender.
42, Pierce again.
And just keep the chain's moving the wrong way. Well, it wouldn't be the change, it'd be the
down
marker.
That's a loss of about 3 or 4. We got a briefly shaken up player for the Wildcats, 41.
Third and about 20.
Andrew Milley, he's going to have to come out of the ball game for a minute. The quarterback for at least one play. Clock rolling, 5:40 to play here in the first half.
You know, it's kind of odd when I start going through the other games that are here on Hulett PubliPro LLC for the other games we're streaming currently. Checking out halftime score, 16-0. Elmwood leading West Hancock isn't that, you know, uncommon, except for the fact that both of them starting 0-2 this year.
Yes.
Elmwood.
Very unusual.
That's the difference between the Prairie Land Conference and Lincoln Conference is now merged, and I can't even find the ball. There it is, all the way on the far side. And we got a little chippiness down there on the line.
Ethan Pierce on the stop.
A few defenders talk to the referee saying, hey, man, you got to check out left side. They're always holding.
It's going to be a loss of about 8 or so on the play. 4th and 25 for the Wildcats back at their own 5, and they are going to line up and punt this time. It looks like Cyrus Hurd, number 12, about 5 to 6 yards deep in the end zone.
Hurd set the punt, gets it off, and a decent UFO kick. And that one is muffed once again, and as he gets knocked down, and it is picked up by Galva. And, man, especially if you see a UFO type of kick coming towards you on a punt, don't touch it. Just don't touch it.
Bryant Jeffrey on the fumble recovery for the Wildcats. So have 1st and 10 from their own 37.
So 4:22 remaining here in this second quarter. 44-0 still your score. Galva getting a little bit of a chance as they'll take a timeout. So will we here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, 44-0 in favor of BPC. Wildcats will have it 1st and 10 from their own 37. 4:22 to play here in the first half. It's like number 41 back at quarterback, I believe.
Flips it around and passes to the ground.
Logan Hurd, the intended receiver.
And it's such a tiny thing, but when he got that thing, the laces underneath, instead of sliding up while he's going with it to look to pass, he does that little flip to catch it and grab it. Doesn't look like anything, but that half a second really can make sure that the defenders find their receiver, get there, and make sure that one's off target.
Right.
Second and 10. 3-point stances, so back to the run. And hands it off, fullback dive. And
a little positive yardage there.
Yeah,
couple
about
on the
3.
play. That was Holstrom.
Yeah, a couple for Holstrom.
You know, that fullback dive just isn't really working for him. I know they can't get much of anything else going, but at least 2 yards is a little bit better than -2.
I've got them unofficially at -7 yards rushing and just 1 catch for 5 yards. So negative offense here thus far for the Wildcats in the opening half.
3rd and about 7, we'll say. Yeah, we'll give it to him, 7. Sets back up under center. And gets his offensive player as well. So that'll be a... Oh, you can't call an offsides. You can't call an offsides if the guy does it right before. You got to sit... Oh, man, didn't you see him headbutt the other defender? So they'll call the offsides as... Apparently, an offsides can draw an offensive player offsides. 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. .310 remaining here in this first half. Back out to the 4-man wide formation. Kramer looking. High pass, and he's just going to be swallowed up by this defensive line. No, oh. Thought there for a second that he had the fumble. Let me check that. He kind of just ripped it right out of the hands.
4th and 3 now.
He wasn't down. He was not down. That is a fumble. He was not down. He had it in his hands and out completely away from the defender before the quarterback was down. So maybe for the first time today, Borders complaining up here. He might have been right. Oh, he's on the far side. He couldn't hear me.
Clock down to 2:10 to play. First half, 44-0 in favor of BPC. 4th and about 3. Wildcats are going to go for it.
They'll go for it. Back out. 4-man wide. Hard count does not work, so they take their last time out. So will we hear 1:43 remaining. We'll be back in 15 seconds.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, also brought to you by Midwest Ice. Do you need ice for your upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. They deliver ice directly to your event. Call them Blaine Ranch at 309-351-8192 to get a quote today. Looks like now they're going to drop back into punt formation. And we got a false start on both ends. Both of the gunners on both sides jumping offside.
False start is the call against Galva.
So false start on the Wildcats. Move it back 5. Make it 4th and about 8.
5-yard penalty. Pushes them back to the 40-yard line.
And that'll push it back to about the 40-yard line. 1:43 to play. Beekman back at about his own 29-yard line. High snap. Decent end-over-end kick.
Just leave it alone. Just
Get
leave
away
it alone.
from it. You hear the coaches probably from down there telling Brock to stay away from it. It'll be blown dead at the 30-yard line with 1:30 to play.
Band out there with Director John Jones getting warmed up. Thought for sure that somebody was doing backflips as they're setting the flags up. It's a little dark out there, so it's doing backflips all the way out there. 44-0, 1:30 remaining.
Mercer County leads LVC 47-0. Macomb 30, Illini West 12.
1st and 10, BPC. Love in shotgun. Three-man wide, twins, right? Lane in motion. This is a pass play that he worked all game last game, and there it is again. Pierce on the catch, gets down to the 50-yard line.
And out of bounds. So gain of 20.
That roll left with love as they send Lane in motion, and then everybody's moving left side. Lane cuts around right side, gets wide open as he gets behind that safety.
So minute 23 to play.
So another first down, 121, as they had to tell the clock to stop rolling. First and 10, Love, shotgun, looks to pass. He throws while getting hit. Lane wide open, catches the easy pass. He's going to cut right back, trying to cut around. He's juking around.
He got
slides
three.
right through, and he's gone. He's got one man to beat at the 5 and in for the touchdown.
51 yards.
Oh,
Love
my.
To Huffman.
He was dead to rights. He had 3 Galva players touching him and just ran right through. That is the definition of arm tackling is you stop your feet and you just go tag. 2-hand touch, slides right underneath the 2 defenders' arms and in for the touchdown. 50-0 with 1:05 remaining in the first half. I can still say that. As we get set for a kick. Kick up, and it is blocked, so it'll be out, but they roughed the kicker. So they'll maybe try again. Or they'll try to get it on the, maybe on the kickoff. We'll see. Coach is saying run it again, so they'll move him, 2 or 3 yards up and try it again. Penalty half the distance to the goal.
Running into the kicker.
So attempt number 2 for Perelku. He gets that one off, and no good. Wide left.
No good from Perelku.
50-0 your score. We'll take a break and be back.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive Controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 1:05 remaining in this first half. 50-0 your score as the Spartans look to kick off. Stay tuned at halftime as we'll have a quick interview with Coach Borders and then the BPC Band's halftime performance.
And we will have running clock in the second half with the 50-point margin. Perelku with the approach. Nice high end over end kick fielded at about the 10. Nice hit over on the far side. Jake Willie on the stop, number 2 for the Spartans.
Number 7, Ian Pacheco.
Pacheco on the return for the Wildcats. I have it 1st and 10 from about their own 27-yard line, we'll call it. We're brought to you by Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar. Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at the Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb.
59 seconds remaining here in this first half. Galva with the ball. 1st and 10. Looking underneath center. As they will kneel it out for the end of the first half. In college football news, at halftime, Kansas is leading Illinois 28-7. Yeah, well, Kansas actually has a football program this year, so we'll see if that can turn around this game, as that will lead us down to halftime. 50-0 your score as the Spartans lead. As we'll keep it here for the BPC band and Coach Borders. Oh, and Coach Borders has forgotten, as he is already down and out of the crow's nest. Guess we'll stay for the band. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
In other news, we have in the third quarter, South Fulton leading Havana 7-0. As let me pull up the other sheet that has all these scores. Peoria Heights leading West Central 56-38 in a high-scoring contest. And don't forget tomorrow's game, West Prairie Southeastern taking on Rockford Christian Life. That is tomorrow at 1 p.m. I will be on the call alongside Wayne Hoy. Mercer County leading. I love the way he writes stuff down, because LVC, I can't remember. Oh, Lewiston Valley, Cuba. There we go. 40-0. There we go. You know, I'm so used to Lewiston and North Fulton being two very different things. As we get set here, Macomb leading Illini West 30-12. Elmwood Brimfield leading West Hancock 16-0. Stark County leading A-Town 7-0. Rushville Industry tied with Weathersfield at 14. So we'll get set for the band
Please
here.
welcome to the field your 2023 Spartan Marching Band, led by Drum Major Seeley Lieb. For your halftime entertainment, the BBC Band salutes 50 years of hip-hop music. Feel free to sing along with Hey Yeah. You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer was released in 1990. It was the first rap song nominated for Record of the Year at the 1991 Grammys. It won Best R&B Song and Best Rap Solo Performance. The video was nominated for Best Rap Video and Best Dance Video at the MTV Music Awards. Stop! It's hammer time.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Skip adding detergent to every load with the Load and Go dispenser. Choose from models that hold enough for 20 to 40 loads. With select models even adding a second compartment for fabric softener. So clothes get the care they need, and you can skip adding detergent every time. The Load and Go dispenser, now available in 3 sizes. Brought to you by Whirlpool.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive controls. Brought to you by Whirlpool.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and it was all BPC in that opening half, 50-0 over the Wildcats. Unofficially, I've got stats for Galva, 1 pass completion for 5 yards, an interception, 1 of 10 for 5 yards and an interception. Rushing, I've got Gustafson, 2 carries for 1 yard before he was injured and out of the contest there in the first half. Millie, 4 carries for 4 yards. Holstrom, 4 carries for 2. Caden Rachel, 2 carries for a net -8, and Logan Hurd, 1 carry for -6. By my math, I think that has 14. Negative offense in the opening half for the Galva Wildcats as we see BPC coming back out of the locker room here at the south end of the football field, and it's kind of spread around. And 50-0, Kenny, you would expect maybe some gaudy stats. No, because BPC 1-play touchdown.
Started
inside the 5-yard line on the inside the red zone a couple of times.
They started 3 drives within the red zone, another one at the 25.
Right, so the stats aren't gaudy. The scoreboard 50-0 is, but a good passing half for Talon Love. 4 of 5, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Osmond Paroku, 1 for 22. He caught the opening touchdown, or the first touchdown pass from Love. Tanner Pierce, 1 catch for 20. Brock Meekman, 1 catch for 7. Lane Huffman, a pretty catch and run before the end of the half. 1 catch for 51 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Lane Huffman, 9 carries, 63 yards, 2 scores. Parker Guppy, 3 carries for 6. Brock Beekman, 3 carries for 66 and a touchdown. And Town Love, 2 carries for 13 yards for the Spartans. In 50-0 here at the half as the Wildcats back on the field. It was 30-0 BPC after 1. Spartans on the scoreboard with 10-11 to play in the opening quarter. Love to Beekman for a 7-yard pass. Lane up and ran it in for 2, 8-0 in favor of BPC. And just about, 2 minutes and 1 minute and 56 seconds later, it was Huffman on a 5-yard touchdown run. Love on the 2-point conversion run was good, 16-0 in the opening quarter with 9:15 to go. And Beekman capping off another score for the Spartans at 4:55 to go on a 45-yard touchdown run. Huffman run again makes it 24-0. And with 11.7 seconds remaining, Love 22 yards to Osmond Perelku. Run failed at that point, and that was our score at the end of the first quarter at 30-0. 3 more touchdowns for BPC in the second quarter at 9:55 to play. Huffman on a 5-yard touchdown run. Instead of going for 2, Osmond Perelku knocks the PAT through 37-0 in favor of BPC with 9:55 to play in the opening half. 7:22 to play. It's Huffman on a 29-yard touchdown run. Perelku again good on the extra point. Makes it 44-0. And with 1:05 to play in the first half, Love 51-yard pitch and catch to Lane Huffman. The PAT this time was wide left, and that is our halftime score of 50-0 in favor of the BPC Spartans.
You know, Galva, they can't score. They've shown they have the play calls, they have the talent, they have the ability to. I just think they got to find where their strengths are working. We do have a Coach Borders interest. We do have a quick interview as he's able to get it on.
Sorry, I had to get to the locker room right after the end of the half.
Yeah. Just to congratulate the guys. 50-0, going a lot better this week, especially up front is what I'm seeing. Offensive and defensive line really stepped it up so far this week.
Yeah, we had a couple guys last week that just not for sure what was where their headspace was this week. They made sure to tell us, hey, we're here and we're ready to play, and you can definitely, as you said, you can definitely see an improvement this week on the O-line and the D-line.
Yeah, the defense is probably where we've had the most fun today. watching Nate Kramer as a linebacker is just really showing how much he's improved in one game alone.
Nate, you know, the one thing we can say about Kramer is he never shies away from contact. And he, you know, when you can literally knock the helmet off of a kid, you're just hitting people. So, I mean, I can't say enough about that kid. He works hard. I'm the linebacker coach, and he works hard in practice every week. And I mean, you just know when he comes out here, that's what he's living for is to make those hits.
And that's the biggest thing that Coach Rodis, when he was coaching us, probably said a million times during a game: fly around, have fun. All the time. I swear I should have that tattooed on my body because I've said that every single play. Just fly around and have fun. Stop thinking. And when it comes to this defensive line, you don't really have to think much of anything. When they're tight in that three-point stance, you're getting maybe 1 yard on a fullback dive.
Yeah, Coach Schwartz put in a really good defensive plan this week. We watched him on film. The nice thing is we got 2 weeks of film because they played West Prairie the week before. So we got that film, and then, you know, well, obviously from last week when they played. And you know, we're just, like I said, Coach Schwartz put in a great defensive game plan. We were able to get the linebackers, you know, where they needed to be. And as you've seen, other than, I think maybe the penalty is their most yards they've got. Other than the one run, I think they got 8 yards. But other than that, I don't.
Negative yardage.
Yeah, so, but guys, I'll let you get back. I need to go down there and start yelling at people again.
Alrighty, we'll take a quick break and be set for the second half here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Back here in Bushnell-Prairie City High Schools, we're just about set to get the third quarter of football underway.
I was laughing during the quick interview there as Jason Hewlett, our cameraman for today, his son Miles came up here during their beach day dress-up day for the fans here in the high school game. And, boy, he just looks ridiculous. He's got the whole glasses with the nose cover for goggles, a giant flamingo around him, Minnie Mouse floaties on the arms, and an Iron Maiden T-shirt like normal. Oh, yeah. Hey, it could be worse, you know. It could be a lot worse. So I think there was a
BPC will get the football to start the second half, and we do have running clock as it is a 50-0 lead in favor of the Spartans.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to announce.
I'm sorry, I didn't turn around fast enough. Looks like Paroku and Beekman back deep for BPC.
Oh, love warming up there. So I think, yeah, De'Arian Thomas there helping him out. It's always fun trying to get back into okay, these are football numbers. This is not their basketball numbers.
Right.
Because I do the Bushnell game, so I get, oh my God. Chris just got a picture of Miles there and almost threw his phone off the entire crow's nest laughing. There's the kickoff, and it's going to be a roller and down at the 50. So BPC once again starts out with great field position at the 50-yard line, 50-0, 11:50 remaining.
Ooh, breathe. Just breathe. Xander Jones on the football for BPC. That's that was quite the outfit that Miles is wearing.
Hey, I tell you, people are looking for homecoming dates a week away. Right there, that's the look that gets you.
Some confusion, but
they put it on the wrong line. It's on the 50 and not the 45. Even the referees are taking a break, apparently.
So again, running clock here in the second half with BPC up 50-0.
And 8.
Now they're stopping. What? We're having problems with getting the chain set on the far
chains
side.
can't get working. Oh, good Lord. Well, running clock. Well, maybe not running clock. They got to stop it for the breakage. So stopped at 11. Well, if we're here, we might as well talk about our great sponsors here.
Yes, let's get a couple of sponsors in, including our pre- and post-game show sponsor. That's JoJo's Gaming Parlor. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to win a nice wad of cash while you're at it. As we'll let BPC get this play off and finish the JoJo's ad.
Love hands it off to Lane. Lane gets past 1, gets past 2, gets past 3. He's got one man to beat. And
touchdown.
Imagine that, a 50-yard run, 56-0.
10:36 to play, third quarter.
You'd think up 56 here, you'd probably just kneel down at this and get the kickoff going.
Looks like we're going to try the PAT. Nope.
Nope. Well, yeah, he's got to get the
kicking tee.
It's always so weird to see a kicking tee that's a black box instead of the orange tricone.
Just kind of stepped funny on the field and kind of almost a little ankle tweak there.
Kick is up. And it's good. So 57-0 your score. Here as the Spartans still lead the Wildcats.
We can finish telling you about JoJo's Gaming Parlor. Stop in on game nights and check out all the TSSR Game Time Live presents by MDH events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. BPC cheerleaders getting a workout here with the scoreboard at 57-0. Again, running clock. That score coming at 10:36 to play here in the third quarter. Clock down now to 9:10 to play in the third.
Set to kick off, 9 minutes remaining now in this third quarter. As we're down to 6 cheerleaders still doing the jumping bit jacks. Few taking a breaks.
Now some of the young football players getting in
there
the
we go,
act
helping
as well.
out the JFL players helping. Love down there stretching out alongside Lane Huffman as Perelku's kick is a laser beam. Goes through the legs one, goes through the legs the other, runs down to a 9-yard line. He still picks it up and keeps on running. He's going to go try it middle, gets past one, and down at about the 22, 23-yard line.
Brought down from behind by Osman Perelku, the kicker.
Once again, heat-seeking missile gets that kick off and then finds it.
We're going to see some new numbers in for BPC, as you would expect. See Kramer coming out. See number 26, Landon Chambers, into the ball game. See if we got some new numbers up front. Caden Yoakum, 73. I see him in the ball game. 7, Gary Hughes. It's like Mark Schmidt, number 20, linebacker.
Changing the formation a little bit. Still in shotgun. Looking to pass. Finally gets it off. It's going to be a keeper right side. Look at that nice blocking as he gets a good gain of about 9.
Brought down on the backside by
Mark Schmidt on the tackle.
Schmidt.
Down to 7 minutes remaining. 57-0.
Biggest rushing gain of the night there on that play for Melee gain of 9.
Second and 1. Galva comes back out. As they'll switch him back out into slot.
See 16 Nolan Hauer into the ball game as well for BPC.
Ball on the ground,
BPC's
and
on
it
it.
is BPC's ball. So once
Got
again,
on that.
offense possession starting on their side of the field.
Jason Poling, I believe, number 50 on that for the Spartans.
Jason Poling on the fumble recovery for BPC. First and 10 for the Spartans.
So we'll get set up BPC with the ball. Love still out there in quarterback.
It's like Guppy in the
Willie.
backfield.
Willie at tight end. So a few new faces in.
Mark Schmidt, a receiver here on the near side.
It's going to be a keeper up the right side, and he's going to get past 2. Gets past 3 and down.
Had the first down.
Love running, holding the ball, kind of like Randall Cunningham up through.
10-yard gain for Love.
5 minutes remaining here in the third. In college news, Kansas leading 31-7 against Illinois, and Indiana leading 31-7 against Indiana State. So the 4:33 remaining. First and 10. Love gonna same play, gets around 1 and gets tackled down, driven past the 30-yard line down to the 31.
Love with the keeper.
They'll say
Forward momentum stopped.
Tackle roll off.
around the 28.
Yeah, 27, 28. So a second and caught
8-yard
about
loss for Love.
18. .350 and counting here in the third quarter.
Set underneath. Man in motion. It'll be a handoff. It gets past down, but BPC able to get the fumble, so a loss of about 3.
Guppy the ball carrier. Ball
A new
around
number in a
number
quarterback,
5.
number
Parker
16.
Guppy.
Nathan Hauer.
Loss on the play for the Spartans.
Back up.
2:55 to play. Third quarter. Third and about 20.
Pistol formation now. New quarterback in. It's
That's
going to be a
Hauer.
keeper, and he fumbles, throws it down. It'll be Galva ball at around the 37, 38-yard line. If only he could have fumbled it forward momentum
Right.
as a pass.
26 on the football for the Wildcats.
Wasn't looking
Traff.
Didn't just pick up that blitz as they came around that both sides, and it is what it is. A Galva ball with 2:17 remaining here in the third quarter.
$57 in favor of BPC. Galva had it first and 10 from their own 38.
Fourth quarter update. South Fulton leading Havana 21-0. Hands off up the middle, gets about 3, and is spun down by number 70.
Guppy and number 6 and 70, William Anderson on the stop.
William Anderson.
I guess I do have a roster. I could start using that.
Second and 6.
4-yard gain for track.
Three-point stance underneath. Going to look to run maybe up front on that fullback dive. Man in motion. It'll be that sweep right side. And he is not stopped as he blows past through. Gets a good block. Finds the corner. Has 2 men to beat. And gets tackled up.
Howard
Down.
on the stop.
Man, if you find yourself wide open and you have a sideline, just keep on running.
Josh Gravitt.
With a tackle for BPC. First and 10 for the Wildcats.
Man, he slowed down right about the 40-yard line. Expected to juke someone out, and then had 2 defenders right up on him. So first and 10 at about the 35-yard line.
.34 on the carry, Holstrom.
Braxton Holstrom.
Anderson on the stop.
5-yard gain for Holstrom. At the end of 3, PPC 57, Galva.
So at the end of the third quarter, 57-0, still your score. We'll take a break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Back here at the start of the fourth quarter, PPC on top 57-0 over the Galva Wildcats. Galva will have it second and 10 to start the quarter. We're brought to you by the Raritan State Bank. Bushnell branch located at 360 South Green Street, Bushnell. They offer full-service banking and loan services for all your banking needs. Come visit the bank and friendly service. Call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC. This is the first time, I think, in the contest that Galva's been in BPC territory.
I believe so. Second and 6 to go. 12 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. 2-man in motion. And it's going to be a pass left side. And he barely gets past for a first down. Successful pass on that little screen after the cut blocks.
Gravitt on the catch.
Let's see. 57-0. 11:30 remaining. Down at the 25-yard line. Now, I know pretty much every high school coach, they're still looking at their defense saying, I mean, come on, let's at least keep him out. Might as well.
Yeah.
We've gone this far, get a shutout out of it.
Shutout.
And it'll be a sweep and read perfectly. And they'll swallow him up.
Perelko
Prelku followed that all the way around. And there's an unnecessary roughness flag. Great job, kids. We're winning by 57. Why would you push off a defender when you're getting up? It'll be number 60, I do believe, if I saw that correctly. Yep. Let's stand up and use a helmet to push off. That's a great idea. 15 yards towards the goal line. So a new set of downs for Galva.
Move it down to the
15.
10-20 to play.
Whoop. Must have been the ambulance heading out that way. So a
second
and one. Excuse me. Didn't get a new set of downs. Oh, the fire truck. Well, looks like something's going on. Hands ball off. Fullback. Gets past and in for the first down. Past the 10-yard line to the 9.
Holstrom, ball carrier. First down for Galva.
So first and goal for the Wildcats at the BPC 9.
Man in motion. Fullback dive, gets past one, and in for the touchdown. Galva gets on the score here. Gets on the scoreboard here.
Just short of the touchdown.
Just short of the touchdown, excuse me.
Okay. I thought he was in.
I think even the referee thought he was in.
So second and goal from inside the 1.
Goal to go from about the 1-yard line for Galva.
57-0 in favor of BPC.
Yeah, that serves me right for getting ahead of myself, seeing it. So we'll look for a fullback dive here as they get set up. 34 underneath. And it will be a fullback dive and stood up. And this time he breaks the plane.
Touchdown, Galva.
Galva gets on the board here with 8:11 remaining in the fourth quarter to make it 57-6.
Holstrom with a touchdown.
So 1-yard touchdown run for Holstrom. It looks like they're going to attempt the PAT
as well. I believe that is
hold of Millie.
Number 12, Cyrus on the kick.
Yeah, Cyrus Hurd, sophomore.
As they set to go. Low hold, and it sails right through. So 57-7 your score with 7:20 remaining. We'll be back right after this.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, also brought to you by King Family Chiropractic. With locations in Bushnell, Macomb, they support Bushnell-Prairie City Athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. To set an appointment, call 309-837-MyDC. That's 6932. They also perform DOT and CDL physicals for just $85.
And in the third quarter, Stark County leads Abington Avon 35-0.
5:50 clock continuing to roll down. It's like Peroku and Jones back deep. Squib kick. And BPC is going to get on that one as well. Up front, number 73 on the football, Caden Yoakum.
About the 50-yard line. 57-7. 5:23 remaining in this one. Trying to get the offensive line in there.
So number 77 coming in late. Tristan McCool.
First and 10 for BPC. 5 minutes remaining.
Jake Woolley at quarterback. 2.
So third quarterback today. Trying to get a defined backup in. And there goes the ball at about the 45-yard line, and it'll be Galva ball. So won't see too much of that offense.
Clock down to 4:35 to play.
How did that even happen? Let me watch here on this replay. Good handoff. It just kind of popped through. He had it, controlled it for just a second, got through the first line, and it just slipped right out. So 4:21 remaining. 57-7 your score. Galva with the offense. And try to get another one in here before the end of this one. And it's up the middle, and he gets a nice break. Gets past 1, gets past 2, and finally taken down by Parker Guppy past the 40-yard line to about the 36-yard line. We'll give it to him about at 36.
Yeah, 13, 14. So first and 10 for the Wildcats. 3:28 clock continuing to count down here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School.
As with us up in the stands, excuse me, the crow's nest, not the stands, was head basketball coach Tyler Snyder as he gets tackled down.
26 on the stop for BPC.
Maybe a gain of 1 on the
Langdon
QB
Chambers on the stop after a gain of 1.
Chambers took one heck of a hit.
That was the quarterback, Millie on it. The carry for 1, 2:40 to go.
.231. Second and, we'll say 9. It gets underneath. And it'll be a sweep right. And he is bowled right down. No gain, maybe a loss of 1.
Xander Jones on the stop.
Brought down by number 4, Xander Jones.
And a timeout taken by Galva. So we'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We're also brought to you by Rosie's Pizza. They offer something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101.
3rd and long. Be a handoff once again. Gets through defense and ball.
Oh, the BPC
will be picked up by Galva. Behind the line of, behind the first down marker, so it will be 4th and 3.
Holstrom on the carry.
So, 4th and 3.
1:30 to play.
Galva has it. Screen pass, picked up and down. Great pickup by, a little paper down.
Guppy. Osmond Perelku on the coverage.
Had a few D linemen with their legs tangled all up, trying to figure out who's going over who. 1 minute remaining, 1 minute remaining. 1st and 10, as most likely see the victory formation here out of the Spartans.
1st and 10, BBC.
Willie running quarterback.
They can break the huddle, take one knee down, and finish.
That'll be
this.
it. 35 seconds remaining. Still going to get in. I don't think anybody's going to call a legal formation on a knee. And that'll be the end of this one. 57-7 your final.
Bushnell-Prairie City High School.
As we'll take just a quick break to get some stats compiled for you after the Spartans win 57-7.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Final score here from Bushnell-Prairie City, 57-7. Spartans win it over the Wildcats at Galva. Thanks for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Also brought to you by our pre- and post-game show sponsor. That's JoJo's Gaming Parlor. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. 57-7, the final for BPC. We got Town Love, 4 of 5, 100 yards, 2 touchdown passes on the night. Lane Huffman, 10 carries, 115 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Parker Guppy, 3 carries for 6. Brock Beekman, 3 carries for 66 and a touchdown. Town Love, 4 for 17. And Howard, 1 carry for a -3. Osmond Perelku, 1 catch for 22 yards and a touchdown. Tanner Pierce, 1 catch for 20. Brock Beekman, 1 catch for 7. And Lane Huffman, 1 catch for 51 yards and a touchdown. It was all BPC in this one, 50-0 at the half. 57-7 our final tonight. Spartans moved to 2-1. Galva's going to drop to 0-3. And Coach's favorite week coming up next week with homecoming here with Edwards Metro East Lutheran coming to town.
Lutheran hadn't seen anything of them so far this year, as I do believe West Prairie does not have them on the schedule.
I don't think they do either this year.
With the realignment of more 8-man teams coming in, some things have changed around a little bit. Did see him a few years back against West Prairie Southeastern. And
Coach
looks
Schiffler on his way up to the Crow's Nest.
And Bushnell just flat out won.
Yeah.
When you get multiple opportunities to start out drives in the goal line formation or even in the red zone, it's got to be a really bad day for you to mess that up.
Yeah, and they're late. Galva did get some yardage and get out of the negative because they were negative yardage offensively in the opening half play. But, much better game for BPC tonight. Obviously not Galva to West Prairie Southeastern, not the same caliber teams, but, they've got some good players over there. They're a young squad and getting better and better all the time, as it is a 57-7 victory for BPC again. Next week, homecoming with Metro East Lutheran, as the Spartans, I said, moved to 2-1 on the season. Wildcats are going to drop to 0-3. BPC again home next week with homecoming. Then, memory serves correct, the Spartans hit the road as Coach Schiffler joins us up here, and we'll let him tangle around these cords here, Coach, and make sure I don't get tangled up in your cords, and likewise. So we'll let Coach put the headset on here for a second. And Coach, you guys started off. You can't start off much better with a couple. I think we had 3 possessions in that first half inside the red zone. Let me get you turned back up here. That would help. Now we can hear you.
All right, there we go. Okay.
But yeah, you guys score early, capitalize, red zone 3 times in the first half, and just you couldn't ask for much better of a first half of football.
Absolutely, yeah. And we told these guys, hey, we're coming out and we're playing hard. Every single week. There's so much turnover every single year with all these teams. So we make sure we come out and practice. If we want to be a playoff team, we've got to practice hard every single week. So it doesn't matter the team. I don't care how many people they got on the team. I don't care how few, how big, how small. We got to practice like we're going to win every single week.
And that field possession went a long ways because as Kenny and I were talking in the first half, the stat numbers aren't like eye-popping. You would expect with 50-0, somebody's racked up, a Lane Huffman game like we saw at St. Anne's.
Yeah.
But with the short field possessions, you guys just did a great job of capitalizing. Your defense, the defensive line tonight was just fantastic. And, Nate Kramer flying all over the field as he does. And no net negative yardage for the Wildcats in the first half. So your defense really did the job. I mean, their biggest was the penalty, I think, was their biggest play of the first half.
And we were watching film, and, their bread and butter play was that wedge play, so we were kind of expecting that. I'm like, but don't be surprised if they come out and try to run something completely different to throw us off, because we've been practicing that wedge play and stopping the wedge play. But, we watched film. We had guys keying in like, hey, if they go out spread, this is who you got. So, everybody knew their assignment, and it definitely paid off in tonight's game.
Yeah, I know talking to Coach Borders at halftime, it said, great defense playing by you guys this week. Got the linebackers in the position where they needed to be. You guys, just fantastically. And this kind of game early on is good for a team because you've got a lot of kids in there that maybe don't get to see a whole lot of playing time. I know 8-man guys, you kind of get more and more playing time, but more game time for some of these younger kids that don't see the field as much.
Yeah, and right now we have, with Talon, he was our backup quarterback, so we're still trying to work out another backup quarterback, behind our JV quarterback. And, Jake Willie went in there, and he's been getting reps during practice, so working him in. But, getting these younger guys, it's just the experience. As much as we may have wanted to shut out, and, that's nice, getting these guys valuable reps and as far as experience goes, is going to be great for them in the long run.
And I thought Talon did a real nice job for you guys tonight. Coming in, and last week we talked, it's like it's hard coming in a situation where you're not. You've got to be ready all the time, but you're not expected to go in, especially as early as he did have to go in last week. He looked a lot more comfortable back there. And the nice touches on the pass in that Lane Huffman was a beauty on the cutback run for Lane. But, hit Perelku on that first touchdown pass in perfect stride. Perfect stride.
Yeah, talent. That's the biggest thing. Like he's got the talent, absolutely for sure. And that's why I told him like, hey, short-term memory. You know, last week's over. Move on to this week. And you know, he kind of got thrown in the fire last week. You know, we may have been up at halftime, but he hasn't taken reps at quarterback for a month. So you know, just trying to build his confidence back up. You know, making sure he had good mental state the whole entire week was definitely huge.
Yeah, and Kenny and I forgot for a moment. I forgot that Talon's left-handed. When he bootlegged out on that one on the pass play, I'm like, he's going to just keep it. He's got no. Talon's left-handed. So I got to remember that. But you guys couldn't have asked for a better game tonight. Now I ask all coaches this. I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Next week has got to be the coach's least favorite week of the year in some respects, with homecoming and all the other activities, and trying to keep them focused on have fun and do the other activities, but you also have to be focused on the game at hand on Friday night.
As fun as homecoming is, it's a huge distraction, and like you said, there's other events going on. You know, we've got Ironman, and I always, you know, just fingers crossed and pray that no one comes down on their ankle wrong or something like that, just because I realize they're out there to have fun, but, you know, things can happen, and, you know, just like that. So.
And you know, a nice weapon we got to see tonight, your kicking game.
Yes. So
with Osmond.
We knew he could kick and stuff like that. We just hadn't been getting very many reps with him. As far as PAT goes, I'm like, you know what? Last week we worked on it a little bit, and I'm like, we worked on it a lot more this week. And man, just watching that kickoff, how long that thing stays in the air, I'm like, this is great. You know, we had Paco last year and Osmond this year, so. Been pretty fortunate.
Yeah, well, I was going to say there are a couple points. I thought, you know, he's with him kicking those extra points as well as he did. Field goal is not out of the question this year. If you get in that situation,
we always at the end of every walkthrough day we'll do a kind of like a field goal challenge, and I think he's up to 35 yards right now. So we can never get into a 35-yarder. But Paco had a 40, so he's chasing after that 40.
He's got some gain yardage to gain there on that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Coach, congratulations. Good victory. You guys go to 2-1. You get what do you know much? Probably not much of anything about Edwardsville Metro Lutheran.
No, we don't. So we'll hopefully get that film tonight or tomorrow. I'll break that down. I'll probably watch this film too, kind of see what we need to improve on. But yeah. Enjoy it for 24 hours and then on to next week.
Back at it. It's never ending, is it, Coach? Well, congratulations again on the win. Thanks for coming up, and we'll talk to you for homecoming next Friday night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Coach Tischler up here on the TSSR Game Time Live. JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show. Again, 57-7 the final score tonight for the Spartans over the Galva Wildcats. And for Kenny Suter, Chris Rankins, I think we're going to wrap it up for this evening, and we will call it an evening, and hope everybody has a safe weekend, and we'll be back with you here on next